What's up everyone, it's Quaddy here back again with a brand new video, and welcome back to part 2 of building my dream office and desk setup. It's been a while since the first part of the video where I got to show you off my new desk setup, where I pretty much combined both of my Mac and my Windows setup from my old setup in my old house into this new super setup that I have here. Made some small changes to my desk, but also made some more changes to the room. As you can see behind me, it looks a little bit more filled out, a little bit more office-like, and I'm so excited to show you guys. It looks pretty awesome to me, and I think you're gonna like it. If you're new here and you haven't watched part 1 to the dream office and desktop video, you can do that right here, and check that out first. But however, I'll give you a little quick synopsis of things that we talked about in the first video, and how I even got here to begin with. So I recently had the opportunity to move into a brand new apartment with my girlfriend. We moved in together. I got a new job in a different state. I used to be in New York, now I'm somewhere else. Got a new job, different state, you know, got everything, relocation paid for, and I was able to get a new apartment. And with that new apartment, I was able to finally have an extra bedroom where I could build out my dream office setup that you see here. And I was so excited to do this. I wanted to have my own office space ever since I was a kid, watching my favorite YouTubers like MKBHD, Yours Consumer, with their like man caves, their offices, and you know, just watching them over the years, see how they grew and got bigger. I just wanted something like that to call my own, where I could do my work, record videos for y'all like this, and I finally have it. And I've been building this out slowly over the past, it's now December, and I moved in here in October, so a couple months have been, not too much, but we're finally making some progress here. It looks a little bit more, you know, cozy, and no boxes laying around anymore. You know, everything is put away, everything's set how I want it to be for the most part, and I'm going to show you what updates we made to it. How about we jump into how my new office looks right now. So remember back in the first video when I said there was one monitor missing that I really wanted, that I believe can tie myself all together, allow me to start streaming on Twitch, on YouTube, play video games, work, monitor my stream, all that other stuff. And I was like, I need this specific monitor. I need the LG Dualup Monitor, because I think it will. I love my LG Ergotron. I love it so much. It's still here actually. I haven't got rid of it, and this fits pretty much into my setup pretty good. I love the vertical upset that I have for right now, because it just allows me to view, you know, long text if I'm doing something like, I don't code, but if I was code, it'll look pretty cool on there. I have stuff like Discord on there when I'm doing Discord and different stuff like that. So it's pretty cool to have my vertical monitor set up. However, one thing that I can't do with this display is split the screen in half, and that's something I want to do pretty bad, because that will allow me to hook up my Xbox Series S to my display, to my setup here, and keep it here permanently. And also still have another screen on top for like Windows, where I can monitor my stream if I'm streaming some Xbox Series S gameplay, or even just recording stuff. And so, of course, if I said I wanted it, I'm gonna find a way to get it. For my birthday, I treated myself and I got the LG dual display right here. It's in front of me right here. You're gonna see some cool shots of it right now. And I love the display a lot. You know, like I said, this allows me to split my screen in half. You can have dual input from different sources like HDMI or DisplayPort or USB-C. You can have both of them appear on the screen at the same time, and I think that's pretty dope, because like I said, I could play my Xbox on the bottom half, and I could stream or watch my stream or do whatever I had to do on the top half, or vice versa, and it allows me to, you know, just use those two monitors for my streaming. It actually did come in handy a lot when I was streaming for my tech tier list, for my video game console tech tier list. If you haven't seen that, you can watch that soon on the channel. And if it's out, I'll put a link to it right here or in the chat below. And so I can monitor my stream. I can watch myself above, make sure that it looks great, it sounds good. I could have my headphones just output the stream, so I don't like hear myself like multiple times. And then the bottom half, I could like do the tech tailor, so I can do whatever I have to do, and monitor the stream. And it just makes it so much convenient, especially since I cannot connect my studio display to my gaming PC because it doesn't have a Thunderbolt port, and the cable that I had did not work. And I don't feel I'm looking for a cable that could work for that. It's just easier for me to have a monitor that works specifically for Windows. So I use the LGs, both the LGs for my Windows display, and then the Mac, you get the whole experience of all three. It's a little bit awkward when I'm doing Windows stuff and I only can see the Dualup here and the Ergotron over here, and my MacBook over here. I can't really do anything because it's just a black screen. But if I want to turn on my MacBook, I could do that, and like I have like one Mac up, two windows. Kind of cool. I can't move the mouse, the cursor between all of them. In order to do that, I have to use a USB-C. I have to use a USB hub, which I plug in through my Thunderbolt hub for when I want to use it for Mac, and then when I want to switch it to using it for Windows, I just plug it into the Dualup display because the way I have it connected allows me to use the USB ports in the back for my Windows computer. So while it's only a 2K display, fully it's 2K resolution. You can split it into two different 2K screens, and you also have only 60 hertz, so it's not the best for gaming. If you want to game on this, this is not the way to go. If you want to play emulators, like classic games like N64 and stuff like that, it looks cool because it's like you're playing on a closer to, those old TVs or old monitors that we used to have back in the days. It looks closer to that kind of resolution with the squared off looking design. So that's pretty dope. But if you want to play like, Modern Warfare 2, Fortnite, stuff like that, it's not gonna look amazing on it in the form factor that is set up to be used. But if you turn it around, I believe that'll be, I guess that'll be a horizontal view. It'll look more like a traditional monitor in a way, like a born old regular monitor, and it will look better. But still, once we're only 60 hertz, and you want to game, you want to get your 120 hertz, you want 44 hertz, even your 90 hertz, you're not gonna get that. If LG used to make an updated version, I would recommend to do 4K, 120 hertz. Or if you can't do 120 hertz, do 90 hertz, and this thing will be a beast. It'll be very expensive, but it'll be a beast. So back over here to this camera, we're gonna talk about this camera right here too that I add to my new office desktop here. And this is the Sony ZV E10. So you've seen this a little bit in the unboxing video where I did like a quick first impressions and a little bit overview of my Sony ZV E10. I decided to get a new camera for myself because look, this is pretty cool. I could go here, I could go here, I could go here, I could go here. Sorry for making you motion sick. But yeah, I love having to have two different angles because to me, that looks pretty cool. And also have the top down shot with the Canon M50 still up there. And I gotta say, I love the Sony ZV E10. I think I like it a little bit more than the ZV1 over there. Why? Because it's more customizable. You can switch up the lens to any other Sony lens that fits into the slot, and that's pretty dope. So if we live down the road, I need a different lens, I can buy some lenses and add to this collection. I like the lens that I currently have right now though, so I don't think I see a need to get a new lens anytime soon, because I think this is very much still a vlogging camera. So they gave a very decent, pretty good vlogging lens, so I can't complain about that. Like with the Canon M50, it didn't really give a good vlogging lens. I had to get a different lens to fit that to make it look better in terms of like a close-up shot where you could blur out the background. But this, as you can see, it's fairly decently blurred out in the back. So I can't really complain about that. And I'm pretty sure if I go into settings, I can make it even better. I haven't done that yet. I haven't really played around with the settings yet, which I should do before I start shooting on it. But I also just want to see how it looks, straight out the box. Because most people who buy cameras probably is going to use straight out the box and not really, tinker around with it. So if you're if you're new to this, like me, so I want to show people how it looks straight out the box. But in the future, it's going to be tweaked to be, better for me and better for the channel, and get my luxurious skin and tone and colors and looking beautiful. I actually like the Sony ZV E10 so much that I'm considering switching out my Canon M50 up there and getting another Sony camera. I just love Sony cameras. To me, Sony cameras just look awesome. They look pretty nice, and I think I might get another ZV E10 to put up there, or just get another ZV1. That's it used to be my top-down camera before in the past. If you look back at my other videos, but something about the ZV E10 just looks nice. Maybe just because it's shiny and new, but I love this camera a lot. It's like having one of the top whatever cameras that Sony have, but in a cheaper body and cheaper price, and I love it. All right, so we talked a lot about different tech in the room, but there's also some stuff that aren't tech that's new to the office, so let's talk about those too. All right, so outside of tech in this room, we also added a futon chair. We added a futon chair for guests who come over. This would be also This is the dream office setup, the dream desk setup, but this is also the guest room. So if anybody wants to come over and sleep over with one of my friends, family, we have the futon there. We just, put it out, fold it down. It could sleep too. It's a basic futon from Walmart. It seems very sturdy. We already had people sleep on it, and it seemed to hold up fine. So it hasn't broken down yet, which is great. It's probably not the most comfortable futon there is, but if it's only for a short stay, hopefully it suffices and people could, get a good night's rest in our house. If not, there's also the couch. We also add some pillows for comfort just to make it look nice. It's pretty basic, it's a basic futon. What can I say about it? If you kind of see in this corner right here, I have some stuffed animals there. Those are my stuffed animals that I had since I was a kid. I just got them recently. My parents came over for the first time and they brought that over, and I was like, have to showcase this, had to keep this in my office somehow. Those two been with me ever since I was in the hospital as a kid, with some asthma problems, and they're not leaving my side. They're staying by me. They're gonna be passed on to my kids in the future. So love those two. Right there. Also, as you can see right here, you're gonna get better shots of it, is a IKEA Billy bookshelf. I always wanted a bookshelf in this room. We was gonna put one where the clothes rack thing is, but we decided to put the clothes rack there instead because we needed it for books and clothes racks. But what I really wanted a bookshelf for was to showcase some cool figures. I see my favorite YouTubers always collect stuff like Rich Consumer collect his Gundams and have them around his man cave. So I was like, you know what? I want to collect something. What can I collect? I was thinking about it for so long, but I was like, wait. I love wrestling, and I have a bunch of wrestling toys at home, wrestling figures at home. So I was like, why don't I just showcase those? Well, they're not here. I have like maybe over 200 or so in my house somewhere, in bins, and they're all not in best condition because I was a little bit rough as a kid playing with them. But I did buy 3 new ones that I want to showcase off. We have Cody Rhodes, we have Jeff Hardy, and Roman Reigns, the Tribal Chief. Jeff Hardy is my all-time favorite wrestler, so I had to get a figure of him, and I love his 2003 look, so I just had to get that one. Cody Rhodes is my favorite wrestler right now. That's the GOAT, the American Nightmare. He's going to be Universal WWE Champion very, very soon. So I had to get a figure of him. And of course, I have to get the figure of the Tribal Chief, the longest reigning Universal Champion ever, and the longest reigning World Champion WWE since like Brock Lesnar sent, but for like a long time. This dude's almost going 2 years, which is ridiculous. Haven't been done in forever. Like that's been to hold itself for like longer than like 2 years or a year. Is probably, and like an ascended point to this point is like Bruno Sammartino probably. So insane run, pretty dope. Love it. Also, they have a Sasuke figure. Sasuke is my favorite Naruto character, and I also want to collect some anime figures. So I'm probably gonna get a couple. Maybe get like a Vegeta or a Trunks. I love those are my favorite characters from Dragon Ball Z, or Goten if I could find that. I doubt it. Maybe some other animes too. Watch a bunch of different stuff. So if I can find some figures of those, I will definitely get them and add them to the shelf. Maybe get some kits I could build too. I'll try my hand at it. I don't know if I'll do good, but why not try it? Just have fun with it. Also have a record player there that is not plugged in because the cable has to go through the back and the back is closed off. So I might have to drill like a hole or something in it. But I'm not pressed to have it plugged in because it doesn't sound the best. I got from Amazon for very cheap. Maybe one day I'll get a pretty good one and set up somewhere on like the side or something. Play some records. I have some Paramore records that I bought from Barnes & Noble. I just love Paramore. So once I saw them, I was like, I want to buy these. I'm going to start collecting records. So I'm probably going to get the new album, This Is Why, on vinyl too. So got to collect all the Paramore. That's all I want to do. Collect all of those. Maybe collect all Linkin Parks. And that's my collection for now. So yeah, just besides that, I have like some plants, a box for the camera down there that I just need to find a place for it. Word laptop over in the bottom. And this cool battery light I just added to have like new light to my videos. I can see like have my lamp on over there, have this battery operated light there, just to add like a different aesthetic to it. It looks way better at nighttime. Right now is like morning, so it doesn't look that crazy, but at nighttime, if you see my streams, I think it looks pretty dope. So I just want to add this light in. That battery light is not the best light ever. It doesn't light a room at all, especially when it's in the bookshelf. It doesn't light anything but the bookshelf. But even outside the bookshelf, it's pretty bad. But it's just there for accent lighting, so I'm not complaining about it. I like it. It was cheap. It was like $20 on Amazon. I just hope it doesn't blow up on me, because I seen someone had something similar and it blew up. I don't know. I turn off at night, so hopefully it doesn't happen to me. And lastly but not, we have some new art decor in the room too. I just wanted to have like different art in it to fill up the walls. So I have like this gamer plaque thing that's pretty corny. It says gamer, real life is a hobby, is just a hobby. It's corny, but I thought it'll fill up the room. I love the design, the glass back. I thought it was pretty dope. Got this play sign to represent the gamer of me, I guess. You know, I love gaming too. I don't play games in here that often because my console's in the living room, but gamers, yay. Also have this Batman quote that says, "Everything's impossible until someone does it." Batman. It keeps me motivated to keep going and keep making videos and just, you know, one day, you know, everything that I want will take off, but for the meantime, I'm just having fun with this, and it just reminds me that don't give up and just keep doing what you're doing because, like I said, everything's impossible until someone does it. So if there's something I want to do out there that I think is impossible, you know, once I do it and complete it, it's not impossible no more. And other people can do it too. So that's my goal. That's my mission in life. I also had the Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse poster. Just love Miles Morales. He's my favorite Spider-Man. Peter Parker's cool, but he's black and he's Afro-Latino, so you know I got to support my guy back there, Miles. That's my guy. I can't wait for the second movie, but this poster just looked pretty dope. In Walmart, I was like, all right, let me buy a cheap poster frame and buy this poster. It looks pretty cool, and I think it looks pretty nice in the room too. Behind me up here, we have a portrait of New York. Got from Amazon for like $30, and you know, from New York, had to represent, had to bring home with me. And so I had to get a little New York poster, you know, gotta represent. Yeah, and then besides, they just add like a small little rug under the futon, you know, just to give it, you know, a nice cozy aspect when people stay over and their feet don't have to be on the cold floor. And that lamp, remember the lamp from my old room? I talked about it briefly, but brought it back, you know, put it here, and I think it looks pretty nice in here. So there you have it, part 2 of my dream office and desk setup video. I love my setup right now. I think it's pretty awesome. I think it's gonna help me feel more inspired to create better videos for you guys. I'm just super excited about everything I have here. I like the LG monitor. I just love the way I edit my desk, build it out. Also forgot to briefly mention, I also have a Wave XLR now for my Shure MV7. Makes it sound a little bit better, and I have my Stream Deck up on the desk now too. So yes, that's pretty much it for this video, and peace out, y'all. Thank you.